explain to us what constitutes an agent and how they are appointed. We are looking for evidence that the first respondent had agents by the names of Birige Musa and Narakoza Rita. The evidence within, because I've not seen any. The parameters as per your answer on who qualifies to be an agent, the candidate. Probably there's an area I've not read within the petition.
My Lord, in the attachment to my petition, there's a petition for Atol Ronald.
Petition for who?
Atol Ronald and Nansamba.
It's not a petition. It's not.
There is an affidavit for Atol Ronald and Nansamba June. Number 1246. That's for Atol Ronald.
You take the
And then
evidence.
Nansamba June is 1250.
Yeah, let's start with the first one. Show us the evidence that you are agents. The first one is Chibirige Musa. No, the first one is
In
maybe you want to take us to Atol Ronald.
yes, Atol Ronald is on page 1246.
Is there an
and
attachment?
1247.
Where is the
And on
attachment?
paragraph 7,
Beyond the paragraph, the
it
attachment.
says that Chibirige Musa, paragraph 6 and 7, he mentions, actually 5, 6, and 7, he mentions to an 8.
That's his evidence.
To
We are
this,
not
to
yet.
his
We are
affidavit
not yet.
regarding that
We are
person.
not yet evaluating his evidence. Your evidence that you are such an agent of the first respondent by the names of Chibirige Musa and Narakoza Rita. Is it there?
My Lord, this is contained in the affidavit of Atol Ronald on page 1246 and 1247.
I want the appointing instrument. Chibirige Musa and Narakoza Rita. She states these are agents. She has said there is an attachment.
I have, my Lord, I have said that all the evidence to this effect in paragraph 16.3 of my affidavit is to do with
What you are told.
page 1246 and 1247 of the affidavit of Atol Ronald, as mentioned clearly that I was informed by Atol Ronald and answered that then, and I attached the evidence.
That attachment is all I want.
It is in this petition, in
The
this
affidavit.
affidavit.
Where is it? The evidence attached. For Chibilige Musa and Nabakoza Rita as agents. Is it there?
It is in the affidavit
Oh, in the
of
statement.
Ronald on paragraph from 5 to
The statement. Do those statements have an attachment? Next. Because I take your words, there's an attachment. Is there such an attachment to those paragraphs?
I've made that my petition is supported by Attorney Ronald's affidavit, which I have attached.
Confirm that you only have statements, but not attachments. Clear that way. Only statements by the witness, but no attachment of evidence on those paragraphs. In the face of it.
This is the evidence.
Do you know that an attachment? Do you know what an attachment is? You wrote it. There's an attachment. Do you know what an attachment is?
No, I made that the affidavit for Attorney Ronald is attached.
Then it confirmed that there's no attachment of such evidence on that affidavit. You can't, because there's none. My Lord. Beyond that, do you have evidence or proof that Chibirigi and Nabakoza campaigned you as NAMI? Any proof of campaigning at that polling station?
My Lord, as I've put it clearly, page 014 of my petition is that 16.3, I say that I'm informed by Attorney Ronald and Nansamba Jane, and the evidence I attach is the affidavit of these same persons.
Okay, you depended on the information in that affidavit, and the statements. In your entire, on the statements you depended on, are there any photographs in any of those affidavits? This is what I mean attachments. Any? Did you submit any photographs or any such attachments to any of your witnesses?
No, my Lord.
Your statement, you do not have any photographs.
Apart from the photographs clearly attached on page 1285.
So on some, it is your statement.
And 1287.
So it is your statement that on some evidence you depend solely on information, and others you have attachments. I want you to understand what I mean by attachment.
Yes, my Lord.
And that in the ones of Kato, there is no such evidence proving campaigning at a polling station.
Yes,
no photographs, no voice messages.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, besides this information, again, did they record? You have that record. They have a report to you. Probably it's the basis. You have such a report from your agents, your purported agents. On that, because you stated you did not have earlier on, that you do not have the record on the counted votes and blah, blah, but you have on the chaos and other offenses. You have such evidence. Yes. By way of report. Is it there or not?
My Lord.
A report to you or to whoever?
I have stated in the petition 16.3 that I was informed by the Attorney.
And that's the basis.
And attached the evidence.
Attached. When you say attached,
and put the affidavits of those said persons attached to my petition.
Okay, so there's no report to you. Is there any? A report, written report by agent to you, is there any? Yes or no? A written report detailing what happened, is there any such issue? Or you don't know?
No, my lord.
Is there any such report to the NRM?
So that
NRM, you reported to be under NRM somewhere.
I am.
Is there such a report to the NRM?
My lord,
The evidence attached.
no evidence attached.
Is
but
there?
Report
Is there?
NRA.
Your lawyer will have none. Is there any such report to the Electoral Commission?
Regarding this particular person.
Yes, about that is in electoral offences. That's not trivial. It's not trivial. And just one mention of an offense can overturn the will of the people of Kawenga. That's why let's not trivialize it. Is there any such report to the Electoral Commission? You know what a report is now.
Yes,
And
my lord.
I take it you have had lunch. Is there any such report? Simple. Yes or no? To the Electoral Commission that you know of. About that incident,
What is attached here is the affidavit of
do you have
the
any report? You know what a report is? Okay. You know what a report is.
My lord, I want to state that I have the affidavits.
Did you go to school? Did you go to school, Nandi?
Yes, I did.
Have you ever obtained a report?
My lord, I beg not to answer that.
So there is none. Do you know where Honorable Nalukola was on that day? Respect to this evidence.
I do not know
You don't know.
where he was. My lord.
So, do you have any evidence there that these were his agents as asked earlier?
My lord,
You don't.
as stated in this particular paragraph, I have evidence in this affidavit of the said persons that already.
Okay, out of that evidence, since you insist, is there evidence in that affidavit that the Honorable Nalukola knew about what was pertaining to this incident, that he had the knowledge?
My lord,
You read where?
I can. I will.
That he had the knowledge about what these people, about his agents, that he knew what they were doing.
My lord, I've presented
Where Katosi
this
is
evidence to the best of my knowledge
your
of
knowledge.
what I was informed by these.
Okay, does Kato state anywhere that evidence that Nalukola knew about this incident? Does it state on the face of it anywhere?
In paragraph 7,
Read it. That Nalukola had that knowledge. Maybe let me read for you.
in paragraph 6, 1247, Kato Ronald states, while at the polling center, the said Chibilige Musa held the poster of the first respondent, and I had him telling voters to vote for the first respondent if they want Kawepeno to be go, followed by the seventh paragraph, I know that Chibirige Musa is a supporter of National Unity Platform Political Party and the first respondent, and he was his active campaigner.
Okay. Now to guide you better.
Despite, in paragraph 8, they said, despite my protestation and complaint, the second respondent's officials did not prohibit Chibirige Musa from holding up the poster of the first respondent at the polling center.
Okay, to put you in proper perspective, read 16, where you derive this. Paragraph 16, what you state, then it will probably assist you. 16, what do you state?
I said that the first respondent personally, or his agents or campaigners with
his agents and campaigners.
And campaigners with his knowledge.
Okay, with his knowledge. You can first stop there. First stop there, with his knowledge. Where is it in that affidavit? Saying that he knew that someone was somewhere holding his poster. In that. Is it there or it is not?
Where somebody was holding the poster.
That the first respondent knew or had this knowledge, as stated by you in 16, with his knowledge, that at that particular polling station, someone was holding his poster. This is your statement with his knowledge. Personally, is your statement. Is it there or it is not? That is not. That or yours. Is it there or not?
What I've read is what
is it there? Yes or no? Do you know how to read?
Not personally,
okay.
But is affiliated to the National Unity Platform in his knowledge.
So there is no evidence that he personally knew, right? Secondly, you proceed. His knowledge, proceed with the paragraph 16. 16, you stopped at knowledge. The first respondent personally and or his agents and campaigners with his knowledge, campaigners with his knowledge, even if you have to be campaigners with his knowledge, proceed.
And consent for approval,
consent and approval.
In the following places.
Consent and approval. You have such evidence that the first respondent consented to whatever was taking place. That he consented to someone holding his poster or someone's throwing it.
My Lord, in the affidavit of Nansamba Jen.
Do you know what consent is?
So, Ronald.
Do you know what consent is?
These people are attributed.
These
people in the affidavit are mentioned to be active campaigners to the first respondent, and I have attached the affidavit to this court.
Well, not to take you far, just show me where an issue of consent and approval, even if it's general, because you're trying to look in fact. So, consent and approval, like this is what constitutes consent and approval.
My Lord, it is mentioned in this affidavit, page 1247, that this said Chibirige Musa is an active campaigner for the first respondent. On paragraph 7, and also to say that once Kato Ronald complained to the second respondent's officials at the
evidence
at the electoral area.
Okay.
Still, the poster remained up.
So where is the evidence of him being a campaigner?
This is the extent of the evidence that is here, and it's before court.
Anyway, precisely, show up court where Honorable Nalukola is involved in all this. knowledge, his consent is approved. That is all we want. Where is he involved? Where is he culpable? Where is he a perpetrator? Is it
In the
there?
affidavit for Nansamba Jane 1250, paragraph 5, the people Nansamba Jane is quoting to say that they told her by the DO at this Sparks Junior School polling station, Kibirigwe Musa and Councillor Nabako Sarita, that he should vote for the first respondent, and it's attached as an
Okay.
affidavit for Nansamba.
Where is it that Nalcola has the knowledge that we are telling her? Where is it? And Nalcola was even aware that he had the knowledge. Is it there or not?
These are people campaigning for the first respondent according to 1250.
Okay,
Evidence
64.
in this affidavit.
The same answer. It's based on the information stated to you. Paragraph 16. Adjudicatory kindergarten, paragraph 16. Again, statements from Mulinda Mike, Damba Kezekia, engaged with the first respondent at the polling station campaign for the first respondent. Where is that evidence? Damba Kezekia. At least that one would be within your reach as the polling agent.
On page 1252,
Yes.
my lord, the evidence is within Mulinda Mike's.
Okay. These are also, again, it is about statements
Before court.
told by you, told to you by who?
Mulinda
Mulinda
Mike.
Mike. That is where it stops. Well, you're mentioning umbrellas. All umbrellas refer to the Honorable Nalcola. There's an umbrella, then it is someone is holding it and waving it.
My lord,
That's merely
My lord, you guided earlier that this is evidence now of Mulinda Mike. The witness is being taken to deep.
not she went there.
That evidence.
My lord,
So she goes there.
yes, it is in her paragraph 16.4. Yes, that the first respondent, that the campaign for first respondent by holding and waving the umbrella, the political symbol of the first respondent, and saying to the voters who could vote that vote the umbrella. Yes. Does the umbrella, someone said vote for the umbrella, does it refer to Nalcola? Honorable Nalcola.
my lord, in this very paragraph, with the attachment of Mulinda Mike, he has vividly explained in this evidence.
Listen. Let me tell you what I wanted. Is there a photograph of such an umbrella? Does that umbrella relate? Do you have the umbrella, its colors program even did you? That umbrella? The umbrella is referred forever by waving an umbrella, which is now called. Is it the case?
according to the, I can read that
Does
the political.
does an umbrella refer to Napoleon?
This evidence was picked in his affidavit that, okay, the umbrella does not equal to the umbrella per se, but it
Simple.
is.
It does not. The umbrella does not equal.
But he says
The umbrella does not equal to you
Okay.
who is on the stand. Does not equal to Narukola. So is it your statement from your government that all umbrellas refer to a political party?
no.
So read the last word. Vote the umbrella, it is the key. That is your statement.
My Lord, in 1624,
You are saying umbrella is the
there
key.
is a statement that says that it's a political symbol of the first respondent.
Okay, was the key one of the symbols in this election? I'm mentioning umbrella and the key. Are you aware that the key was one of the symbols? It is the key. Are you aware? Just within your knowledge. Was the umbrella, was the key one of the symbols?
No, my Lord.
You are not aware. Do you know the Forum for Democratic Change?
Yes, my Lord.
Did it have a candidate in that race?
Yes, my Lord.
Is it within your knowledge that the key is a symbol for FDC? Do you know?
Now,
Do you know that for a fact?
in this paragraph, my
I know,
Lord,
just want facts. Simple.
Stop reading.
You're reading into my.
Just listen to the question that you answered.
yes, my Lord.
Yes, you know
Ask
that.
your question again.
Yes, I do.
She knows that the key is the symbol. So here you are talking about an umbrella and the key. Does the key also refer to Narukola, the candidate, going to qualify as a campaign?
The documents are ready.
Yes.
Just focus on the lawyer. Listen to the question I asked.
The answers are not by the way it goes. They are from the statements we made. That's why they should be.
Now, listen to the question.
Would someone, by alluding to the key, someone talking about the key, would someone vote Honorable Narukola because the key is one of the symbols on the ballot paper?
No, my Lord.
Again, did you report or did you obtain the report yourself on this issue? A report from your agent on this issue. I have the report from. It's not there. Did you receive a report mail from your agents, purported agents? Yes or no?
I received this information.
Did you receive a report? I take you back to whether you went to school. Reports, basic.
No, I didn't
You did not receive a report.
but I got informed by my
Upon being told, let's not even go to the fictitious agent, by the way, who has no face affidavit, no ID. Did you, upon receiving that information, report it to the Electoral Commission yourself as candidate? Yes, I think.
We shall refer to them when we are Now, listen to the question that you asked. As far as
Did you, upon receiving this statement, did you report the same to the Electoral Commission?
No, my Lord, but I came here.
Do you know how many people, we're mentioning numbers here, who are influenced by those statements, umbrellas? Do you know? If any was influenced?
No, my lord.
You do not know how many people were at the polling station during that time, or whether there was any.
No, my lord.
Okay. Even on this, I'll take you back to paragraph 16. Is it been your knowledge that the Honorable Narukola knew about what was transpiring at this polling station? If you had the knowledge.
No, my lord, but affidavits inform us that.
You, because the other person is not here, may not even come. You don't have the knowledge. Do you know, or is it anywhere, no evidence that he consented and or approved what was happening at that polling station? To the umbrellas being waved or keys?
Yes, my lord, according to the affidavits I've just spoken for Nansanga and also for Kato.
And it is indicated there, the information, that he knew, he approved, he consented.
The affidavits indicate that they are campaigners for this.
Answering your own question, maybe I leave you to come here.
No.
Yes. Is it their statement plainly, or an inference like you're trying to derive that he had knowledge somehow, probably was around, that he consented what was happening and approved? You have such information?
No,
Even
Lord.
Paragraph 18. Okay, let's start with 17, which leads to this. I state that on election day, the first respondents, agents, and campaigners sent for approval obstructed voters from voting at the election. Did you campaign in did you hold campaigns in that election? You know.
Yes, my Lord.
And what was the purpose of your campaign?
My Lord, to solicit your support.
Yeah, so that people vote for you.
Yes, my Lord.
Did the first respondent also campaign in this election?
Yes, my Lord.
And do you know the purpose for which he campaigned?
The same to solicit for
Support. So it is your case that a person who campaigns would solicit for people to vote for him, but not to obstruct. Because you're looking
Yes,
for
my Lord.
voters. Okay. So it is false under paragraph 17 for you to state that you obstructed voters. Because it contradicts the answer and the intention. Well, paragraph 18. Paragraph 18, I am informed by Babili Sherina. You there?
Yes, my Lord.
Chikamai Eli and Nasanga Deborah And Nasanga Deborah, which information do you believe that the respondent's agents, again in this paragraph, reference is attached a bit of it, that the first respondent's agents and campaigners, Kenya Boni, Bali Mwezo, etc. You have evidence that the named persons are agents of the first respondent. You have been there, now you know a yes or no. Yes. You know what qualifies. You have such evidence. Yes, that they are agents. We've gone through this. Let's be first. Apart from, we have those on record. Someone told you what is the evidence. You told us what an agent is, what your agent would be. Is there such that was told to you?
Yes, my lord.
You have such evidence.
Sherina.
You have such evidence of them being agents, the first respondent. Then you can
Agents and campaigners.
okay. You have evidence that they are campaigners.
Within
That you are affiliated.
1256 for Sherina.
Was Sherina? Is Sherina an NRM? Is it possible that Sherina is an NRM supporter? Is it possible that Sherina was your voter?
Yes,
Is it true that your supporter would want you to win at all costs?
yes, my lord.
So besides the evidence of your supporter who wanted you to win, what is the evidence that you have that they were agents of the first respondent or campaigners? You have it? Yes.
The evidence is what I'm touched.
Besides those statements of your supporter, any other support on that? Document, photographs, because that's where I did that someone is a agent.
No, my lord.
It is your statement in paragraph 18 that people like Nasanga Deborah, registered voter, was obstructed from voting.
Yes, my lord.
What was the basis of this information that actually Nasanga did not vote? You are not there. Basis that actually Nasanga did not vote. Because that is the one you pick out of unknown.
I attached a certified copy of the fact that she had voted. Okay, that.
Bring F. Bring F. See here. Bring your an extra F. You're looking very at this. And that is evidence that Nasanga was obstructed and that Nasanga did not vote. You can assist me.
1007. Annex F.
So, what is on that page? Tell us the content of that page. Then, detail the above.
It is a certified copy of the voters' roll
Okay, it's a voter's roll.
for the polling station for Nasanga.
Okay, so where is? I'm looking for where that voters register. What was Nasanga ticked?
No, my lord.
Was anyone on that roll ticked that you have?
No, my lord.
None. So is it the case that all those people were obstructed and they did not vote? The purpose of this evidence.
No, my lord, but this is the voters'
Okay.
roll, the articles.
Now you are taking us to the voters' roll. What is the purpose of the voters' roll in the voting exercise?
To ascertain that she's a voter.
After ascertaining, because that is not in this truth. You're not saying it is not a voter. It due to this evidence of yours. Anyway, be precise. Does it show whether she voted or she didn't?
No, my lord.
Doesn't show. So that register does not show anywhere that Nasanga was obstructed. That attachment.
No, my lord.
Okay. Again, under this paragraph, whatever happened, again I'll be precise. Within your statement under paragraph 16, can you confirm that nothing here shows that all this was within the knowledge, personal knowledge of the first respondent?
Yes, my lord, according to the evidence.
Just tell us, we are here, that's why you're there. Show us that it was within his knowledge. Probably it was there, but it was within his knowledge.
It's within the affidavits I've presented.
That's why you're there. Show us that evidence. Because it's not in this attachment. Is it there? We've been through this. I think it's in your interest. Is that knowledge there? In fact, or even in fact, I say it is not. Because you can't find it there. Would I be wrong to say it's not there?
The evidence is there. Within the affidavits.
That's why we are here. So as specific that it shows that he was aware that Kenya Bone, whenever Mwezo, Bradley Subuga, Serojo Edward, Sempija Joseph, Sam Kasiri, Alma Scovia, and others, that he knew that they were there, that he consented to their being there, and that he approved. Acknowledge, consent, and approve. There was all this. That we go to the next. Okay, do you know where he was? Was Honorable Narukola at this polling station that day?
My lord,
You
in
knowledge.
some
Was he there?
Affidavit is mentioned to be at Mbogo.
Was he there? Within your knowledge. This one, when these people were there, was he there? Paragraph 18, this is your information. Why know it more than you do? Okay.
No, my lord.
No. In their evidence, they say that these people, while they were there, Nalkola was also there.
In their evidence, some
And
people
Nalkola was there.
mention
18. Babidi Sherina, does this state that Nalkola was there? It's not there.
No, my lord, in this particular one. But John Salim Saleh states.
No, this one. Okay.
16.1.
Okay.
Said otherwise.
In this one, stating that he knew, probably he was there. That he knew, he consented, he approved.
No, my lord.
Okay. Do you know the number of people who are obstructed?
No, my lord.
Are you aware that the Electoral Commission has the powers to adjourn? As a participant, that the Electoral Commission has the powers to adjourn or postpone conduct of an election or even counting. Are you aware?
Yes, my lord.
What was in the report from your purported agents? What happened? Stopped at obstructing, what happened? Did they report to the Electoral Commission so as to do that?
My lord, most of these offenses happened.
Do you,
on
did
election
they
day,
report?
and afterwards we came to court.
Was there a report? Because the Electoral Commission is mandated, you are talking of obstruction. Again, I will tell you, just one offense can overturn the will of the people of Kawempe, probably in your favor, or in their disfavor. It is simple. Was there a report? This is a public thing. It's not even
No, my
about you.
lord, but we
Good.
came here.
No, no report.
to read it.
So it is your statement that there would be no basis upon which the Electoral Commission will do this. There was no report. There was no report. Not even to police.
My lord, these offenses, most of them happened on the day of the election.
Were you there?
As was informed.
Were you
by the
there?
agents. So we later sought court request.
Were you there?
No, my lord.
You are not there. Was a report given to you? You say no. Do you know of any report which was given to police? You are talking about obstruction, violence. Was there any report given to police?
I can't answer that.
You did not know.
I didn't.
Paragraph 19. Read your paragraph 19.
I'm informed by Mr. Michael which information I verified. True and correct in the day of the election, the first respondents, agents, and campaigners, Julius Intel, Matthias,
It is 19. It is knowledge, consent, approval, instructed election. It says great. Yes, proceed.
I'm informed by Chikamai Eli, which information I believe to be true and correct on the day the first respondents agents and campaigners previously delivered this grandfather and Honorable Chiata Hillary, aka Dr. Hilderman, all belonging to the National Unity Platform political party with the first respondent, obstructed election officers at Azangola, NNNN to NNNAS at Boswell's Road polling station by invading the polling station, ordering electoral officials on one to do and checking voters' registers and rolls, confirm voters, even though they were not the designated polling agents for the first respondents for that polling station, among others.
You are not polling agents. You are not designation. You know what designation means?
Yes, my lord.
So it is your statement that you are not designated agents of the first respondent.
Yes, my lord.
So am I right to state that you are not the first respondent's agents?
Yes,
Please speak. Was there any report about what transpired in this polling station? These are grave. Any report of the three? You know now what I was asking. Any report, any? Either to you, even in area, probably.
ascertain that
Even police, even electoral commission. There's none. So that we rush through. $19. 19.2. I'm further informed by Senator Lawrence, information I believe to be true and correct, on election day, David Lewis Gongoya, SG, together with a group of supporters obstructed. Yes, obstructed election officers. Well, was there any report of election officers about this incident? You are speaking for, was there any such report? Please.
this was informed by Senator Masuti.
Is he an election officer?
He is not an election.
You have any evidence, names of the election officers who are obstructed? Names. And a complaint from them.
No, my lord.
And there's no information as under 19. Nothing here qualifies under 19 that it was with his knowledge, if at all, consent or approval. I'm adding everything now, that obstruction. There's no such information, right?
No, my lord.
Wow. Legal practices 20. The rest of the offenses is taken up by my colleagues, I'll go straight to the prayers which relate to what we touched. All through you're talking about non-compliance 22.1. Non-compliance, which affected the result. Okay, the violence, are you aware? Are you aware that the first respondent was beaten up? Are you aware that I raised this violence? Are you aware that he was beaten up during this election exercise? You're saying election process. Are you aware that Honorable Narukola was beaten up? From nomination date, are you aware? Nomination date that the Honorable Narukola was beaten up.
Yes, my lord.
Were you also beaten up?
No, my lord.
Are you aware that he was beaten up by military men? Okay, people in military.
My lord, the security of the elections is in the hands of the electoral.
Did you hear about it? Everything you heard, you heard. At least did you hear that it was the military that beat up the Honorable Narukola?
My lord, I object to that line of questioning. There is no such thing in anywhere in the affidavit. Even the prayers that Mr. Mwis is now referring to in the affidavit of the witness, she's not referred to that anywhere.
Lord, this is part of violence, and she has already been put on record that she knows he was beaten. Beating is violence, and she talks about the entire election. And I rest my case. Yes. Are you aware? The knowledge. I'll finish with that. The military men.
My lord,
Or security. Okay, you want to refer to security.
the security rested in the responsibility of the second
Are you aware that the beating was by any security? Aware, knowledge, because it's various.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the head of security in this country? Just if you know. The head of security.
Yes.
Is it EC? Because you refer to it.
My lord, I refer to the fact that the electoral
Is the EC the head of security in this country?
No, my lord.
Is it true that the commander-in-chief is the head of security in this country?
Yes.
Is the commander-in-chief the chairman of your sponsoring party, the National Resistance Movement?
Yes, my lord.
Were you beaten? And Narukola was beaten.
Yes.
And confirm that Narukola, even in that, won this election. And this was declared as winner. And you confirm that?
Yes.
I'm obliged. I rest my segment, and my colleague will go on this particular legal practices. My prayer. I'm obliged. My Lord, thank you for your time.
I work for the record, Alex Uganda. I'll be very brief with you. I take it that you've been in Kawempe for some time. Hajat, are you aware that between 2005, when multi-party democracy was introduced, to 2025 today, Kawempe North has been represented in Parliament?
Yes.
Can you also confirm that you are a member of the National Resistance Movement?
Yes, ma'am.
So between 2005 to 2025, that is 20 years, has the National Resistance Movement had a member of Parliament representing the people of Kawempe North in the Parliament?
No, ma'am.
So you are going to become the first one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Madam Nambi, is it true that you canvassed for votes in Kawempe North?
Yes,
And is it also true that the people of Kawempe North voted Mr. Naukola as their member of Parliament?
without the potential stations.
No, is it true that they voted him as their member of Parliament?
Declared him. Yes.
So, who is currently representing Kawempe North? Who is your MP in Parliament?
Honorable Nakola.
Please, quite below.
Honorable Nakola.
Honorable Naukola is your MP. So we will go to paragraph 20. Yeah, affidavit. Your affidavit in support of the petition. So you're saying that you state that before and on election day, the first respondents, agents, and campaigners, with his knowledge, consent, or approval, committed the illegal practice of bribery.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you confirm to this honorable court that in this statement of yours, there is nowhere where Narukola, the first respondent, committed any act of bribery, personally? Just want us to have that out of the way. What is the answer?
No, ma'am.
No. So there is nowhere. Indeed. Hajat Nambi, which part of Kawempe does Maumbe George William reside?
Uganda. Kawempe.
Uganda where? Kawempe too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you know Maumbe George William personally?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for Kenya Mwangi service.
No. So when did you last meet Maumbe George William? This year?
This morning. Your Honor.
This morning. We move to paragraph 20.3 of your affidavit. You say that your father informed by Maumbe George William, which information you believe to be true and correct, that on election day between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m., under a jackfruit tree next to a shrine. You have a shrine in Kaonda?
My Lord, that's what the paragraph is saying.
I just want to and a shrine at a woman's place near a parking yard known as Zion in Chidanda Zone, LC1. So before I continue, I want to confirm from you. Were you personally at this place between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. on the election day?
No, my Lord.
So just confirm that whatever you stated here is what you were told.
Yes, my Lord.
Thank you. That Ben Ntale Mukasa, a councillor at Kawempe Division, belonging to the National Inter-Platform Political Party of the first respondent, gave him 5,000 shillings to vote for the first respondent and refrain from voting for me. Maumbe George William is a registered voter at Clinton Junior School, and you refer us to some annexure H. Could we go there with you?
It's page 1116.
So page 1116. So can you show code from where Maumbe George William is?
So page 1116.
Yes.
9. Annexure H.
So page 1116, I am there with you. So by looking at the same, are you able to tell us or tell court whether Maumbe voted or he did not vote?
No, my Lord.
So by also looking at this evidence that you brought before court, are we able to tell who he voted for and who he refrained from voting?
No, my lord.
Thank you, Madam Nambi. Madam Nambi, are you able to tell this honorable court whether Maumbe George William voted in this election? The answer is not there.
Yes, my lord.
So did he vote or did he not vote?
He voted, my lord.
Did you see Maumbe George William voting? And where did you see him voting from?
My lord, again, in his affidavit, he mentions that he was not a vote. And he attended the vote.
Being told to vote is another thing. My question was, you said he voted, and my question was simply a follow-up question. Could you be in position to tell this honorable court where he voted from, and if you saw him voting?
My lord, I did not see him voting, but according to his affidavit, he voted from 8 of June to 10 a.m. to M.
Yeah, where he votes from is fine.
I also want to take you to that actual 20.3. You talk about being in Mukasa. That he purportedly gave a 5,000 shilling bribe to Maumbe.
Yes, my lord.
So is it your evidence that he was an agent of the first responder?
No, my lord.
So Ben Mukasa was not an agent of the first respondent. Okay. Madam Hajat Nambi, do we have any evidence on record that these allegations of bribery that allegedly occurred as early as 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. were reported to the Electoral Commission on that voting day? Because the law allows you immediately to cite an offense being committed.
No, my lord, but we came before court.
Hajat Nambi,
Yes, my lord.
is it also true that Maumbe George Williams swore an affidavit in support of your petition in this matter before court?
Yes, my lord.
Or are you present? You, Honorable Nambi, were you present when the said Maumbe George William was swearing the said affidavit?
Yes.
Where were you?
We were at the Electoral Commission office, my lord.
You were at the Electoral
NRM Electoral.
Commission offices. You
I
know,
beg your
Sabit was very well.
NRM. My lord, it's NRM Electoral.
Okay. And where are the any other Electoral Commission offices situated?
Nakasero, my lord, Lot 13.
Nakasero, Lot 13. And that is where Maumbe swore this affidavit from.
Yes, my lord.
Did he sign it?
Yes.
So let's go to that affidavit. Show it, God, tell us where it is. $12.76, my lord. $12.76, my lord, on the petitioner's bundle. Yes, my lord, that's the page. So, are we there with you?
Yes.
So look at that affidavit and tell court on which date did you and Maumbe make that affidavit? Could you read the date to court? Which date and which month did you make that affidavit with Maumbe?
There is no date.
So there is no date on which you made that affidavit.
My lord, the witness is not the one who made it. It's Maumbe.
She was present.
Yeah, but she's not the one who made it. Made it is different from being around.
But Madam Hajat, do you have another affidavit from Maumbe that he made for you? Because I'm referring to your documents. I'm not importing anything, and I'm simply asking you to read what you have in your documents. So that's not mine. Which month? Could you tell court? Which month did your witness who saw these briberies before that affidavit? In which month? You could read to court.
It's not date.
A date is not a month. Which month?
There is no month.
So we confirm that this affidavit that was made at your NRM offices of Plot 13. How many of you were there? Did you have your lawyer and yourself? You all did. Fine. I also want to know from you, what are you looking for? Hajat, my friend. So Hajat Nambi, I want you to also confirm to court. Is Mawumbe illiterate in the English language? That Mawumbe you know and you met. Pardon?
Is semi-literate language.
Semi. Sometimes it chooses to be literate, others not. Okay. Hajat Nambi. Maumbe, George William. So an affidavit in this court. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Another affidavit. You are aware of that?
My Lord, I object to that line of questioning. Clearly. Because, my Lord, first we are going deep in the affair of Mawumbe. Second, Mawumbe is a witness who will be here for the petitioner and for the respondent for cross-examination. So the things that Mr. Uganda are asking, clearly for the witness who will be here, both for us and for them. Ask him whether Mawumbe made that affidavit. And thirdly, my Lord, the line where he's going now, okay, is his affidavit, which is not yet ready for cross-examination. That issue will come on Thursday when they present him to us. That second affidavit. Because the court has ordered you to present him on Thursday. He is one of them. The court has ordered him. So he will be cross-examined on his evidence. Because now you're taking Nambi into so many things that only Mawumbe can speak about.
My Lord, even my witness is not happy with the disruption. My witness was flowing very well and she had not even complained. Because this cross-examination...
I complain on her behalf.
My Lord, I need protection. And this is one of the witnesses that are problematic. So it is important because we're not going to have Nambi again.
Okay, so because of the unique situation of Mawumbe, let's answer the question.
My friend Ajat.
Yes, my Lord.
Mawumbe saw an affidavit in this court, a second affidavit, trying to create another impression. Are you aware of that?
I'm not fully aware of that.
Your lawyer has even tried to object to the same. You are not aware even when instructed your lawyer has to object to the same. Okay, I'll refer you to the affidavit of Mawumbe. Your lawyer will assist you with a copy. My Lord, that affidavit is on the first respondent's answer to the petition. It's not numbered, unfortunately, but it is the third last affidavit towards the end. Yes, Hajat Nambi.
Yes.
That is Mawumbe George William. In the copy you have which date and month and year is this affidavit made. quite below such that these
On
things
the
can.
22nd of April, 2025.
At least this one we know when it was made. Okay. Now, Hajat, and in this affidavit, Mr. Maumbe did he sign that particular?
Yes,
He signed.
yes.
And you say that when you was signing your first set of affidavits, you were present. Is that so? When you were signing the first affidavit,
Yes,
but the undated, that which we don't know, we also don't know which date and month. You were present at least.
yes, my lord.
Yeah, what confirmed to court? Did the Mr. Maumbe show you his national identity card?
My lord, no. I really object to that. Because when the person who took the oath is not Farida, when Maumbe is signing this affidavit, he's signing in the presence of the commissioner, not Farida. So if there is an ID that he showed it to any person, it must be the commissioner. Secondly, my lord, my colleague has asked Farida to own a signature of Maumbe on another affidavit. He's asking if he knows his side. How can he own that affidavit when the witness will come? That's not correct, my lord.
We have the commissioner here. I think he's one of the witnesses. He is.
My lord, we have a set of questions for the commissioner. Honorable Nambi said she was present. And I'm asking about things she saw when she was present. And I don't know why my colleague is not allowing the witness to answer. What are these she saw?
No, my lord, these questions are not Farida. Farida did not take that oath. Farida cannot own signatures of another witness. I strongly object to that, my lord.
Mr. Uganda, I think you restrict yourself to matters within the witness knowledge.
Also, like, I just know that these questions were so hard for the lawyer more than the witness. But I will speak myself, my lord. Madam Nam,
Yes, my lord.
you said that Maumbe was a registered voter. You told me some time back when I was asking you at the beginning.
Yes, my lord.
So minus the register.
Yeah.
Minus the register, because I don't think you had that one at the time you were looking for your witnesses. What proved it to you that Maumbe was a registered voter? The basis of your statement.
My lord, it's the proof I've annexed in an extra and the voter's roll. Yes. It's a voter
In fact, when I was still teaching, yeah, I would say, apart from the overzeal for power, which other reasons led to the downfall of Napoleon? So my question has been, apart from the voters register, because you're answering that one, and I want you to fail, I don't want my students to fail. Apart from the voters register, which was not there at the time you were soliciting for this, what evidence did you get from Maumbe to confirm that he is a registered voter and he indeed voted at that polling station? In this is a I'm asking for what are the qualifications of a voter. Because when a voter goes to vote, each voter carries a voter's register.
They carry a voter's slip, my lord.
They carry a voter's slip. So where is Maumbe's voter's slip?
I can't answer that, my lord. The witness will be in court.
That is.
Most obliged, my lord. Hajat, most obliged, my lord. Hajat, I'll still go to the 23. 20.3, you still talk about Maumbe and is the source of your knowledge. And this Maumbe depend on affidavit. And I just want to confirm again before I ask my next question, such that I don't appear to be pushing you into another box. Did you see Maumbe sign that affidavit when you were at NRM?
My lord, I was present when he was given his affidavit.
Did you see him sign? That was my question.
No.
So you did not see Maumbe sign? So, Maumbe, in his affidavit of 22nd, which is at this date, April, which at this has the month, he says he never signed any affidavit for you. And it's good you've confirmed that you never saw him sign. So between Maumbe, who is in court, has signed an affidavit, it's dated, it has a month, at least it has all the body parts of an affidavit. And you, who has testified that you did not see him sign, who should court believe on the aspect of whether he signed or not?
My lord, we are producing Maumbe before the court to ascertain.
Like he will come. I'm not asking who should we believe. Between you, who did not see him sign, and him who saw himself sign, and at least says, I've never signed that one.
My lord, Maumbe will answer.
Thank you. Finally, before I leave that, I just want to get what you are seeing, and I leave that. Open the signature page of your first affidavit for Maumbe. Open the signature page of your first affidavit for Maumbe, the undated, the month, and also open the signature page of the dated and month second affidavit.
My lord, it's page 1277.
1277, and you have the other one also? You are seeing both?
Yes, my lord.
So, I don't want to give you a lot of work. My question is going to be a very simple one. From what you are seeing before you, are the signatures on both of those affidavits visibly the same?
No, my lord.
Let's go to the next paragraph. Paragraph 20.4. Paragraph 24, you say you are informed by Wanja Solomon, which information you believe to be true, that around 8:30 a.m. on the election day at Pentecostal Church Polling Center in Chiganda Zone, at the veranda of the church, Ben Mukasantale, this Ben Mukasantale, whom you've already told us is not an agent of the first respondent, belonging to the National Unity Platform, gave 5,000 shillings to Wamukubira Geoffrey, a registered voter at Pentecostal Church polling station, to induce him to vote for the first respondent and refrain from voting for me meaning you. So I also just want you to confirm to court that this is what you are told and you are not personally present at this place.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, this is hearsay. Okay. Farida,
Yes, my
is
lord.
Wanjala Solomon known to you?
Yes, my lord.
So are you able to tell between Wanjala and you, who of you joined the NRM first?
I can't answer that, my lord.
Okay. So what is his role in NRM?
He's a member, my lord.
So you're confirming to court that Wanjala is a member of your party, NRM. Was Wanjala your campaigner in this election?
I can't ascertain that.
Pardon?
I can't ascertain that, my lord.
Okay. So was Wanjala your agent in this election?
Yes, my lord.
So court should take it that Honorable Nambi, you appointed your NRM member Wanjala Solomon to be your agent when you are not even sure whether he's your supporter or not.
No, my lord.
No, meaning what now?
Meaning that these people were verified by the NRM Electoral Commission.
So it's NRM for you did. They were not your agents, they were NRM's agents.
They were my agents, my lord, verified by the NRM Electoral Commission.
Okay. So do you personally know Ben Intani Mukasa?
No, my lord.
And how many polling stations did you have in Kawepe North?
197.
197 polling stations. Did you as a candidate know what was happening at each of these 197 polling stations on the polling day?
No, my lord.
So, Madam Nambi, would you expect the first respondent, Mr. Naruhola, who was a candidate like you, to know what is happening at each of these 197 polling stations on the election day in real time?
No, my lord.
No, my lord. apart from the routine and generic response to in that statement of my witness and my agent, do you have any evidence that Mr. Honorable Namkola had knowledge that at 8:30 a.m. at Pentecostal Church Polling Center in Chiganda Zone, a one Ben Mukasantale, whom we have already said was not his agent, was purportedly giving away 5,000 shillings to somebody to vote? You have evidence that he had that knowledge, that at 8:30 a.m. at Pentecostal in Chiganda Zone, someone was doing that at that particular time. Apart from the magic word you've discovered in referring us to the statements, apart from those I know you want to take us there.
No, my.
Final, as I leave that particular one, because it's an essential ingredient, you have any evidence, apart from the statements you are referring to, that the first respondent Namkola consented to and approved the giving out of 5,000 by somebody whom you have said was not his agent at 8:30 a.m. on 13th of March 2025 at Pentecostal Church Polling Station in Chiganda Zone, Kawempe North?
My lord,